Brothers and sisters of celestial energy, Brother Wisdom, what's going on? All right, we were talking about someone, we talk about how there was no spy balloon for China. All right, that's number one. There was no spy balloon. You gotta look at the reality of it. Come on, I want y'all to think about this here. All right, I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about this very carefully. All right, I want you to use your cognitive minds. I want you to use your intelligent minds. I want you to use your genius minds. And I want you to think about this very carefully. If you have a balloon that you want to use to spy on someone, and you're in another country, and you want to send this balloon over the ocean, you know how far it is from China to this land, and you want to send it over the ocean to spy on another country, you got to deal with the elements in this balloon, this one balloon, and you got to deal with the elements. When you're talking about the ocean, you're also talking about extremely high winds. Because when you're dealing with the ocean, you're dealing with a lot of high winds. You have it's a lot of friction between the atmosphere and the water. So you're gonna have a lot of high winds in the ocean. Come on now, we gotta use a little science here, brothers and sisters. All right, use a little science. Use your brain. Use that brain. And it's important that we learn how to tap into 100% brain power. That's the whole key point. Tapping into 100% brain power and making everything make sense. Because it's impossible to make things make sense when you're listening to a group of liars. When you got CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox News, CBS, you got MSNBC, you got all these lying-ass TV stations telling you the same thing and say, oh yeah, United States shot down this balloon, this Chinese spy balloon. They shot it down. But they didn't want to shoot it down while it was over the land because they didn't know what it was. So they shot it down while it was over the water. Come on now. Use your intelligent mind. Use your intelligent mind. This is another way to try to put the original people back to sleep. All right? Use your mind. Come on now. Y'all think about this. All right? You gotta literally think science. I've been saying lately, if it don't make science, it don't make sense. That's number one. If it don't make science, then it don't make sense. It's got to make science. And making science is not just believing anything that someone says. All right? Because we all know that the news corporation are the biggest liars to ever walk this realm. All right? So, what is the big thing that they're hiding? What's the big thing? What's the big thing? What's going on? See, they don't want you to notice that the counterclockwise spin of our realm has increased. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that the energy has increased. They don't want you to know that there are species of animals that we were told that were extinct, still alive. All right? We were told that certain animals were extinct. And what are we finding out? These animals are alive. Now, years ago, what did we tell? What did we say? We say that we fell into a lower dimension on our realm. All right, we talked about this. We fell into a lower dimension on our realm, or in our realm, and because we had lost sight of nature, because we had lost sight of the knowledge of self, and we started running after the things that these Saxons ran after, we caused our realm to fall into lower dimensions, and these Saxons saw these creatures that they feared so much disappear. All right? Which means that our physical world, or our physical realm, was ripped away from the spiritual realm. All right? And therefore, we could not link it to that spiritual power that we once had. But now that we have awakened, what's going on? Well, things are changing back into the way that it's supposed to be. And everything that we lost as we were traveling through the cosmos and through our universe, it's literally gonna be returned here. All right? So I just need y'all to think about everything these Saxons say. And I need y'all to make it make sense. It's impossible for someone like China to create a balloon. Now, this balloon has got to be filled with helium. And then on top of that, they've got to have a device hooked onto the balloon to try to make this balloon fight against the elements. Now, it would have been believable if they said that China had a drone. They said, oh yeah, China has a drone over the U.S. and it's spying on the U.S. with a drone. That would have been highly believable. That would have been completely believable. But everybody talking about a balloon. You might as well say Santa Claus came to your front door and knocked on your door and said ho 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 and gave you a whole bunch of gifts in a red bag. You might as well also say that the fucking Easter Bunny stopped by your house and laid some eggs, and you cracked the eggs open and it was chocolate candy. Because this is some stupid shit that they said. A balloon. A balloon. So they got everybody focused on a balloon, but brothers and sisters, especially those who's supposed to be awakened, are not focused on nature and not focused on what's taking place at this present moment, as our realm is now beginning its spin counterclockwise, and I'm keeping up with the spirit, the things in the spirit realm. Like my sister, when she transitioned, well, I've been keeping up with her. She's been helping a lot of people out. She's been talking to a lot of brothers and sisters who are awakening, and she's been giving them information because my sister is brilliant. But I was talking to my mother, and my mom was like, you know, what's our girl doing? What's Kenya doing? I told her, I said, she's in the Nebula Galaxy. And I was like, they're gathering what they call war rocks. My mom said war rocks, or war stones is what I said, war stones. My mom said war stones. And I said, yeah, they're also known as meteors. And they're going to be releasing the meteors very soon into this atmosphere. And well, I was like, when? I was like, I don't know. I can't give you that information. I don't know, but I know that my sister and others who have already transitioned are on a mission, that they are in the Nebula Galaxy and they will be back. All right. See, this is what I'm keeping up with. See, it's important that we be in tune, brothers and sisters. It's important that we be in tune, and we can't be out of tune. When you're in tune, you flowing on the frequency of the cosmos. You're flowing on the frequency of the universe. That's the importance of being in tune. But to sit up here and listen to these stupid ass Saxons up here talking about a balloon, and and U.S. shot down the balloon, and the brass didn't want to do it, but they knew that it was necessary that they shoot it down. So they waited until it was floating over the water, and then they shot it down. Now let me tell you something that is happening. You've been seeing those orbs, those iron orbs that used to hover over the sky and shine in the middle of the night, and you saw the video of the jet planes chasing after the orbs. Those orbs are drones, and they did try to shoot the drone down, but see, those are drones that belong to the mothership, and these Saxons know it. And they would love to try to shoot it down. And they would love to try to capture it. But it's not for them to capture it. It's not for them to shoot down. They say, oh yeah, it went over the ocean, and we're hoping that China don't go and pick it up, because we want to retrieve it from the water so that we can see what China was looking at. A balloon, for real. See what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So what these Saxons are doing is they're working hard to make sure that you don't see things in a spiritual manner. And so many brothers and sisters, you coming on this channel here, you ask me, what about the Chinese spy balloon? There's no Chinese spy balloon. None of this shit has happened. None of this shit happened. Why didn't they show a video footage of them shooting down a balloon? I mean, come on now. Make it make sense. Them shooting down a balloon that would have had the hardest time coming over the Atlantic Ocean. All right? It would have had the hardest time coming over the Atlantic Ocean. A balloon. And how was this balloon supposed to fly across the Atlantic Ocean and then hover and then go back over the... Come on now. Y'all use your cognitive minds. Use your genius. Use your intelligence. Don't fall for the get up. Don't fall for the get down. Don't fall for this shit. They need y'all to be in a sleep state. They need you not to use your brain. I'm always using 100, 150, 200% brain power. Always. See, when you get up there, your halo start flowing. You say your halo. And then these Saxons see your halo. And, some of them want to try to come next to you and befriend you, and others are scared of you because, you have some who are smart and want to run away, and you have some who are curious and want to go to you. All right, you feel me? But don't be fooled by this garbage. Don't be fooled. Because these jokers will literally keep on going on and on and on and on, because they're looking for us to believe they're garbage. They're looking for us to believe they're bullshit. All right? Come on now. A balloon. A balloon. And people running around, what do you think about the balloon? The guy at work. So what do you think about the balloon? I'm like, you old ass motherfucker, you gonna ask me about a goddamn balloon. Make it make sense. Shit. Make this thing make sense. Make it make sense. Use your intelligent mind. Use your spiritually intelligent mind and make this shit make sense. What balloon? How did the balloon get over here? How did the balloon fly over the Atlantic Ocean? How did the balloon go up into the stratosphere and the atmosphere where the winds are the highest and make it over here, and it didn't get pulled somewhere else, and it didn't get pulled all the way up into space? Because you got some winds that get so strong that some winds blow upward. So it didn't make sense, right? And it still don't make sense now. All right, brothers and sisters. Understand the distractions. Use your brain. Use your brain. Like Tupac said, use your brain. Use your brain. Use your brain. All right? And once you start using your brain, you start making sense of things. In the meantime, they don't want you to know that the spin of the planet, of our realm, better yet, has increased. And that its spin is increasing. It's every what you call every day. Every day, the spin is getting faster and faster and faster and faster. They don't want you to know that the dollar has completely fallen. They don't want you to know that their system is out of whack. But they're gonna talk to you about a balloon, and you got people who actually believe that there was a balloon up there. They got shot down. You mean to tell me you gotta use a missile to shoot down a balloon? Seriously? You gotta use a missile to shoot down a balloon. What kind of balloon was it? What kind of balloon was it? Was it a hot air balloon? Was it a hot air balloon? Was it a Zenith? Come on now. Make this shit make sense. They're trying to keep you from focusing on what's going on in nature, okay, brothers and sisters? The energy is shifting, everything's getting higher, and their people are dying, and they don't know what to do, and they're at a point of desperation right now. So, in desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? Desperate times calls for desperate measures, and they're in a state of desperation, and they're trying their hardest to get the original people to go into a sleep state. The original people who are awakened, they're trying their hardest to get you to go into a sleep state. Understand what they're doing. Understand their modus operandi. Understand these Saxons do the same thing over and over and over again. What do we say? They cannot evolve. It is impossible for these beings to evolve. So they're going to do the same thing over and over again. And y'all should be used to this shit. When you see all the news stations, just like that one Saxon said on there, you see that was a psyop, and this is another psyop. So you see, oh yeah, all these officers beat down this guy. But in the meantime, 2 weeks ago, what really happened in Ohio was a sister bought a burger from McDonald's. She bought a Big Mac, and they didn't put the cheese on there that she paid 30 cents for. She argued about that 30 cents. The manager called the police, and these 2 Ohio police officers hit her in the face 4 times, loosened her teeth. She had a closed head injury. She had a busted lip. She was humiliated, but it was all caught on camera. Now that was real. That was real. And that guy that hit her, he had some big hands. Why'd you hit this woman in the face 4 times? And what you arrested her for? So you got to understand, brothers and sisters, there are things that's going on that they don't want us to know. But the whole thing about it is there was no fucking balloon. Use your mind and know what was going on. Know what's going on. They're scared because nature is changing. You're seeing these videos of all these creatures that, like we said, we thought were to be extinct. Oh, we thought they were to be extinct. Nah, motherfuckers, y'all know y'all caused us to fall into a lower state of mind. And that's why they work so hard to keep us in a low state of mind. But we who are awakened, our minds, because we turned off the pineal glands of the sleepers, our minds are bringing this realm back up into the higher dimensions. And everything that you thought was dead is just in another dimension, and we're going into those other dimensions. And that's why we talk about building and creating, because you got to expand your mind. Expand your mind. Expand your mind. You got brothers and sisters who want to sit up here and still want to sleep, want to listen to other brothers and sisters talk about propaganda and entertainment. We're not talking about propaganda and entertainment. We're talking about the real deal. We're talking about real shit that's happening right now. That's happening right now. And we're talking about nature. We're talking about science, because this is what we got to return to. Your true power is in technology and science. That's where your true power is. That's where your true power is. We can't continue to allow these Saxons to do these things, and we can't continue to follow the bullshit that they create in their little withered up, no good paths that they want us to follow. That was no fucking balloon. But right now, nature is changing and shifting, and they don't know what to do about it, and they can't make it cold anymore, and they're getting fucked over by nature and the cosmos. And this what do we say? The counterclockwise spin is drawing in the magnetic energy. It's creating a magnetic field over our planet, which means that the magnetic field is drawing in cosmic energy and cosmic winds and cosmic rays, and they don't know what to do about it, and they can't stop it. And everything is falling because we made the decision to awaken. And once we wake up, we don't go back to sleep. We never go back to Jesus and Allah and all and Jehovah and all and Yahushua and Yahuda and all that. I've been through that shit. I've been through that shit. I never go back to that bullshit ever again. You'll never get me to go back to sleep. You'll never get me to fall victim to some bullshit ass lies that everything that these Saxons created was for me to follow and to believe. Never, ever, 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 never. All right? Don't fall for the lies, brothers and sisters, but know that everything here on this realm is changing rapidly. And the spin, this counterclockwise spin, has increased. And we're going to see a lot of things in the sky, on the ground. We're going to see a lot of things within ourselves. And things are going to be changing, and things are going to be going higher and higher and higher. And those who are asleep, they will have no other choice but to join in this awakening energy. This is what you call the rapture. A spiritually enhanced mindset, the rapture, a shifting, the return of the Christ. Christ is a consciousness, not a man. Christ is a consciousness. This Christ consciousness is returning. Well, we return back to intelligence. Well, we return back to this divine energy. When we return back to this genius mind. And this is where these Saxons don't want us to be, because now we out-science them, and we'll know how to destroy them, and we know how to make sure that they will never return to this realm ever and ever, 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 ever again. We're done with humans. We're done with humans. No more fucking humans. Never again. We'll make sure that they never return back to this realm, because this is a realm of the gods, and only the gods belong here, and the gods will always be here. And you can't remove us from somewhere that belongs to us, telling us to go back to Africa. Now, motherfucker, you go back to the planet where your ass belong to. Oh, that's right. You don't know how to get there, but I'm going to help you get there. But you're not going to get there in that body that you're in. Your spirit going to have to go back to wherever it is. I don't know where the fuck it is, but you got to go. All right? Stop following this. That was no fucking balloon. But nature is changing. Nature is shifting. The energy is shifting. The realm has increased the speed counterclockwise. And this thing is getting ready to rock and fucking roll, brothers and sisters. All right? Remember, we talked about the star system convergence, which will be complete on June the 14th. June 14th, it will be complete. And then we'll be going to July the 4th. And it'll be for 180 days. We're looking at the solar lunar convergence. All right. And this is when The get down is going to be getting down. Right now, the star system convergence is literally, that energy has literally caused everything to shift in the direction it's supposed to be shifting. This is energy, brothers and sisters. We're talking about energy. We're talking about real energy. We're talking about real power. We're not talking about no little bitty, teeny, tiny energy. We're talking about real energy. All right? So let's get this thing together, brothers and sisters. Let's get this thing together. All right? So I'm going to catch you guys a little later. All right? And I don't know what happened to the music here, but it's all right. It's all right. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little later, and we're going to a little later we're going to be discussing water and what water really is. All right, it's going to be a very interesting subject. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. You know the deal. All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings, make chaos run with you forever and ever and ever. All right. And remember, chaos brings change. All right. And this is chaos happening right now. All right. Much power to you all.